Good morning, Motorcars. Today is July 17th. Yesterday's answer to our challenge. How do you save a few billion trees and $1 billion? I gave you a couple hints and they were boot the box, kick the carton, punt the package. More than a decade ago, this is the answer, that more than a decade ago, Toyota began using returnable containers for shipping parts and accessories. The environmental impact so far is saving 220 million pounds of wood and 145 million pounds of cardboard. That's equivalent to 2.7 billion trees. It also adds up to $1 billion in cost savings for the company, and that's no Pulp Fiction. So Toyota, great job, and hopefully other companies are doing the same thing, because 2.7 billion trees is a lot of trees. Anyway, the challenge for the day. A mystery customer was in our service waiting room at Toyota yesterday, and after her work was completed, she came out and she told Faye, the service advisor, that she had been talking to a lady sitting next to her in the lounge for a while, and what she would like to do is pay it forward. And so she gave Faye her credit card and said, I don't want you to tell the woman my name, but I would like to pay her service bill. And so Faye took the credit card information, and when the woman came time to check out, Faye told her that this nice woman that sat next to her is paying it forward and paying her service bill. The woman was crying. She was so happy for what the woman did for her. So anyway, I heard that, and so I thought we would do it. So the challenge for you all is whoever emails me with something they do to pay it forward by 10 o'clock tomorrow, I will reimburse them up to $50, and the best pay it forward act of kindness I will give $100 to. Now this can be for a fellow employee, for a customer, for somebody you meet in a supermarket. So I'd like everybody to look at ways we can pay it forward tomorrow, and the rest of the day and tomorrow. And I'd like to hear a lot of good stories. So thank you. I mentioned yesterday the 110% Club. I've changed it, and the way we're going to do it, and it's kind of like pay it forward too, is that when a fellow employee does something for you, just email me what they did, and I will announce it in the word of the day the following day. And if they come over and see me, or they see me walking around later in the day and tell me that they heard it on the word of the day, I'll give them a $2 bill. This day in history, 1938, Wrong-Way Corrigan took off from New York, purportedly aiming for California, and landed in Ireland. 1941, Joe DiMaggio ends his 56-game hitting streak. 1955, Disneyland opens in Anaheim, California. Online reviews. Now, everybody needs to have a card that Ted put together that describes exactly what the customer has to do an online review. If you don't give them a card, it's pretty hard for them to figure out how to do an online review. So please make sure you have some, so when you do something special for a customer, they thank you for it. Give them the card and ask them for it. Now, if you don't have a card, ask your manager for one, and if your manager is out, you can get some from Ted. Upcoming events. Again, we're collecting peanut butter and jelly for the homeless. So please, we have until the end of the month, get your peanut butter and jelly and put it in the trunk of one of the cars at Honda store. Also, again, Toyota is giving away 100 cars to 100 charities over a 50-day period. So if you have any charity that could use a car, get the information, and so they can enter. They can enter it into the contest, and Toyota will make a decision in October which charities will win, and then every day 2 of these charities will will win a car, which would be great for them. So if you have any charities, please make them aware of this program. Excuse me. Anyway, for the 85% service retention, the best way, and I guess we can take an example from Conrad's. Conrad started over 30 years ago with selling tires, and after they started selling tires, they started getting in the service business. Now all their advertising and marketing is based around selling tires, and people think of tires, they think of Conrad's. But if you go into a Conrad store, all you see is them doing service work. What they've done is they've gotten all these customers to come in, had their cars buy tires for the cars, and they sell them service products. So we got to get in the tire business. It's very important to us because we got to get this business back from the tire companies and get that service business back into motor cars. So Brad is working with Steve and Toyota Service Advisors to kick off a Tires at Cost program. We are now giving every customer a handout with 4 different prices every time they are in for service. His goal is to make sure that every customer knows we have the cheapest tire prices in the area and will think of us when it comes time for tires. NADA statistics show that 80% of the customers where they service their vehicles where they buy their tires. Brad encouraged our advisors to shop local stores such as Conrad's and see for themselves that our tire prices are the lowest. This should be up to, if we do this, we're going to get up to 85% service retention, but we won't get to 85% service retention without being in the tire business. So please, everybody, let's get in the tire business. Talk to it about our customers. When you sell a car, talk about it. When your service advisors, talk about it. In salesmen, you're calling customers to see how they're doing. Just remind them, hey, we sell tires. Hero of the day, Georgianne. She had a customer by the name of Judy Baker who walked across the street, and it was probably 90-some degrees yesterday, just to tell me how great a job Georgianne did. That she was very thankful that she was a service advisor, and it was great to hear from her. So Georgianne, great job. Hey, everybody, pay it forward. I'd like as many people as possible to give me emails of what they did to pay it forward. And everybody else have a good day. Thank you.